Between 9 and 5, there is that sense of stillness in the Australian suburbs. The sun shining on the roof pitch or the eaves, or how the shadow is thrown across the face of the house. I've sort of made myself slow down to see some of these things, and I think over the past couple of years people have been forced to look a bit more closer to home than they might be used to, going out on those walks and having a look at their suburbs and their surroundings. I grew up in this area. I've always lived in the suburbs north of Wollongong. I went to school here and studied down here as well. Learning about the place that I live in, a big part of it was defined by the industrial movement in the mid-20th century. An icon of that would be the steelworks. Post-World War II, saw a lot of people from East and Southern Europe moving to this area to have a new life and build families and community. The steelworks at its height was employing over like 22,000 people a day, and they needed somewhere to live. A lot of the houses that were built in that period were these fibro or red brick houses. There was mass production going on in the steelworks, and these houses are very related to that, where a lot of them are built off plan. So, you might sometimes see the same design 5 times in a suburb, but those individuals that were living in these houses made them not just houses, but like homes. Generally, when I choose a place, it'll be after I've either been for a walk or sometimes when I'm on my bike running errands. In early high school, I became really interested in graffiti. You're going into these sort of older spaces and looking at structures in the area where you could possibly paint. So it kind of clues you into like looking at things a bit more. I might see somewhere that the compositional elements of what's going on there, it's just like, oh wow, let's make it work. My practice is based around painting and wood relief carving. I'm incredibly influenced by Japanese woodblock printmaking, particularly the ukiyo-e stuff and shinhanga. Carving can take anywhere up to 80 hours, depending on the level of detail in there. Especially things like the grass, it's a really repetitive process. It's really nice in a way because you get into this state of flow. You can start and then all of a sudden it's late in the afternoon. Usually before I start the painting of the work, I'll have like colour study. I guess it's similar with graph. Got this small scale version of what you're trying to do on a bigger scale. The last step is rolling the whole woodblock with black ink. Very similar to woodblock printing, but instead of making the print from it, I'm choosing to finish the work, to retain the carved work itself as the piece that you're displaying instead of choosing to make a print, having all those textural qualities of it. For me, it's a really beautiful process, and it's nice to share that as the work. These houses are disappearing really fast. It's always sad to see a place be knocked down and something really homogenised pop up. I guess the same could be said for a lot of these places when they initially popped up, but lives have been lived in these places. For me, it's trying to create a sense of stillness in a space that feels to me is moving so fast. As each year goes on, climate change seems to be getting quicker and quicker. The media is getting quicker and quicker. The process of making one of these works is slow, it's not fast, and it's nice to try and reimagine images of where I've been and where I'm going in a more still way.